Prince Harry stuck between a rock and a hard place, losing all allies or stop stirring royal bile. The Mirror's royal editor Russell Myers claimed the Duke of Sussex, who quit royal duties with Meghan Markle last year for a new life in California, has hurt family members with recent outbursts. Mr. Myers made the comments after Harry waded into the cash for honours row surrounding Prince Charles's charity. Earlier this week, Harry said he severed ties with Saudi billionaire Mahfouz Marei Mubarak bin Mahfouz a year before he was presented the CB by Prince Charles. The Duke of Sussex reportedly had concerns over the businessman's motives, who is listed as a supporter on the Prince's Foundation website, donated large sums to restoration projects of particular interest to Charles. The Prince then gave Mr. Mahfouz, who denies any wrongdoing, a CBE in a ceremony at Buckingham Palace in 2016, which was not published in the court circular. But Harry's comments could be seen as one-upmanship over his father as the royal rift between the Prince and his family continues. Mr. Myers told the Mirror, "The Prince of Wales is caught between a rock and a hard place on how to deal with his son after so many recent and often hurtful outbursts towards the rest of his family." For while Prince Charles, according to those close to him, still loves and cares deeply for Prince Harry, there is a certain unease at how frequently and with such ease he seems to wade into his family's affairs. The family he upped sticks and left behind, if you recall. The latest souring of relations between father and son seems to stem from Harry attempting to claim he raised concerns about a Saudi tycoon at the center of a probe into sizable donations to Charles's charity. This is at odds with Charles, or any of his closest advisors, who appear to have no knowledge of Harry ever mentioning anything of the sort. The Harry that presents himself in public, or through his vastly expensive lawyers, is quite different from the one who still engages with his father. The danger is he will run out of a number of already dwindling allies in his own family if he doesn't see the hurt he is causing to others who have maintained a dignified silence. Mr. Myers' comments come after Harry denied involvement in cash for honours claims and said he severed ties with a Saudi billionaire donor to the Prince of Wales charity 6 years ago. A spokesperson for the Duke said Harry expressed his concerns about Mahfouz Marei Mubarak bin Mahfouz, who it is claimed was promised a knighthood and residency in the UK while donating to the Prince's Foundation, in 2015. Harry is living in Montecito with Meghan after the couple stepped back as working royals in March 2020. Earlier this year, the Sussexes made a series of explosive claims about the monarchy in their controversial Oprah Winfrey interview. Harry said Charles stopped taking his calls and cut him off financially after Brexit. And weeks later in a podcast appearance, the Duke appeared to suggest Charles, the Queen and the late Prince Philip had all failed as parents. Harry said he wanted to break the cycle of genetic pain and suffering for the sake of his own children. He said of Charles, "He's treated me the way he was treated, so how can I change that for my own kids?" Harry has returned to Britain twice since Brexit, once for the Duke of Edinburgh's funeral in April and again for the unveiling of a Princess Diana statue in July.